Did a 12-year-old kid become an opera fan? Episode 108. I am Rod Murphy, and this is Growing Up Poor in Irish Boston, a series of my 1950s era Irish and Boston songs, poems, history, jokes, and stories. So, how did this snot-nosed Boston street kid develop my love for opera? No one in my family showed any interest in classical music or opera but me. For many years, my father rented a Bennington, New Hampshire summer cottage on Mountain Road at the foot of Crotchet Mountain for our 2-week summer vacations. It had an old wooden wind-up floor model Victrola and a stack of dusty 78 RPM shellac records, some of them the even older one-side recordings. I was about 12 when I discovered that wonderful mind-opening thing, opera. Our New Hampshire landlord, Bill Coleman, was a Boston Globe reporter, and he must have been an opera aficionado because there were many Italian opera recordings mixed in with the popular music in his record stack. I remember one in particular, Vesti la Juba, from Leon Cavallo's Pagliacci, sung by the great tenor Enrico Caruso. I found out years later that recording was the first gramophone record that sold 1 million copies. I played lots of Bill Coleman's recordings, but that aria many, many times. I was amazed at how emotional that one made me feel. I loved it without understanding the language or opera itself. So Enrico Caruso made me an opera lover. Pardon this short break. I hope you are enjoying my Growing Up Poor in Irish Boston podcast. If you like this episode, please subscribe. It's free and helps me to get my messages to more folks. And now back to the 12-year-old opera fan. Now I listen to opera on my home music system often. I love Luciano Pavarotti, the three tenors, Andrea Bocelli, many others, and Maria Callas, who I think was the best female opera singer. And I continue to go to live opera when I can. In the past, I have been to the Boston Opera Company and to the Worcester Opera. Years ago, my wife Jean and I belonged to the Sally Amato Opera Guild, which supported the Amato Opera, formerly located in Manhattan's Bowery. We would go to Amato Opera and other New York venues whenever we could to see operas. Today, in 2026, live opera is more difficult to find outside of Manhattan. I often travel great distances to see professional opera when I can. I have seen Rigoletto at Opera North in Lebanon, New Hampshire. I have seen different operas at the Luce Center in Woodstock, Connecticut, La Boheme at the Calliope Theater in Boylston, Mass., and I have seen Madame Butterfly many times at various venues. Butterfly is my favorite. And all because in the 1950s, a 12-year-old boy found some old Caruso recordings on shellac and played them on a wind-up Victrola. Signed, sealed, and delivered.